Our forests are incredibly important if we're concerned with things like climate change, how carbon is cycled. Something that is making this a little bit of an exception now is all the work that the Land Trust is doing on the South Fork. The fact that the Land Trust now owns a good number of adjoining properties that are contiguous, that are making for a larger and larger area that is concerned with preserving biodiversity, that is concerned with allowing forest processes to proceed past the normal logging stage to where these forests become more and more complex as they become older. And also, as these forests are allowed to grow older, they're sequestering huge amounts of carbon. Many people don't know this, but our forests here in the Pacific Northwest, our Pacific Northwest conifer-dominated rainforests, hold incredible amounts of biomass per acre. In an eastern deciduous forest, you might be talking 80 to 100 tons of biomass an acre. In a tropical rainforest, maybe 180 to 200 tons. Here it's 400 to 700 tons per acre. And most of that biomass is in the form of carbon, since carbon is essential to life on Earth. And that carbon is held in those forests for hundreds, thousands, and if it's burned and buried, as it often is here, even tens of thousands of years. So it has a disproportionately large impact upon the global carbon cycle. These forests have a massive impact on the hydrology, on the water cycle. These forests literally comb the clouds even when it's not raining or snowing. So they even during summer, in those early morning fogs or low clouds, they actually comb additional moisture out. And that moisture comes through the complex crowns, and it is filtered down slowly through all the epiphytes, all the mosses and ferns, and it is filtered and slowly released into the organic layers of the forest, which you could think of as a giant living sponge, one of the most complex sponges in the world. And then that water is released cold and clean and at a steady pace throughout the summer. And the result is that you get cold, clean, well-oxygenated water in the time of year when it's needed most. And that's the very thing that all the salmon species that are here need most of all. Without it, they'll perish. It is mostly about protecting the forests first. And if you protect the forests and you do it right, pretty much everything else that you want as far as salmon protection, but also productive farmlands, businesses for homes, all fall into place. You'll just have a much more resilient community.